Every year, over 1 billion people follow a ritual that was originally designed to stop something from killing their families. If you are celebrating Chinese New Year, you're following a 1,000-year-old survival guide, and almost nobody remembers what it was meant to protect you from. People say it's about luck, red envelopes, fireworks, dragon dances, but in Chinese folklore, every single tradition, every rule exists because once a year, something wakes up hungry. And if you break the pattern, even a little, it knows exactly where your house is. Picture a village at the edge of old China, just a handful of houses clinging to the side of a frozen field. The last harvest is long gone. Winter here has another name, the hungry season, because there's something that stirs when the year grows old, something that waits until the moment people are weakest and most afraid. They call it Nian, the year beast. Some say it lives in the deep mountains, others that it crawls up from the bottom of the sea. Livestock, crops, children. Nian wasn't a curse. The villagers knew exactly when the year would turn. But outside wasn't the only problem, because in the old stories, there was already someone listening inside your house. In Chinese folk religion, every home has a god, not in the temple down the road, in the kitchen. His name is Zao Jun, the kitchen god. Look above the stove in an old Chinese home, and you might see him. But Zao Jun wasn't there to bless your cooking. He was there to watch you. From the first day of the lunar year, he sees everything. When you lie, when you cheat, and then, right before Chinese New Year, on the 23rd day of the last lunar month, he leaves. The altar is taken down. The paper image is sent up in smoke. Families smear honey or sugar on his lips, hoping he will give a sweet report, because Zao Jun is going to heaven to speak to the Jade Emperor. If your house has been kind, generous, respectful, he can argue for your blessings in the year ahead. If your house has been cruel, selfish, divided, he can do the opposite. But when he leaves, your house is unguarded. That's why the days just before New Year feel tense, brittle. Everyone is cleaning, cooking, rushing. Everyone is careful not to fight, not to cry, not to break anything. If your home had a watcher, who was guarding the threshold? In old Chinese folklore, doors are not just wooden hinges. They're openings where things can get in. So the door becomes a battlefield. Centuries ago, emperors were said to have posted their most loyal warriors outside the palace gates at night. 2 generals, fierce, armored, sleepless. After their deaths, stories say they were given a new job. They became Shen, door gods. By long-held custom, when you paste their images on your door on New Year's Eve, they stand there, one on each side, for the entire New Year period. To spirits, they look like a warning. But paper alone doesn't stop a monster like Nian. The door gods need help. They need the house behind them to sound alive, occupied, and alert. According to legend, Nian fears 3 things: bright light, the color red, and sudden, violent noise. So the villagers give the door gods exactly that. They paint the door frames red. They hang red lanterns that burn all night. They gather bamboo and gunpowder, and when the last night of the year comes, they turn the front of the house into a weapon. Because what looks like celebration to us started as self-defense. Many believe New Year's Eve is the worst night of the hungry season. This is when Nian walks between the houses. So the first rule is simple. do not let the house go quiet. Families stay up all night, a custom called shou sui, guarding the year. The fire stays lit, voices stay loud, even when people are exhausted. And at the deepest point of the night, they light the fuse. Before modern fireworks, villagers use segments of bamboo thrown into the fire. As the heated air inside expanded, the bamboo exploded with a sharp crack. Then came gunpowder. Strings of firecrackers hung from poles and doorways, spitting sparks and thunder. Every crack of bamboo, every burst of fire was a warning shot. Don't come closer. This house is awake. This house is armed. If your grandparents ever told you not to let the house fall quiet on New Year's Eve, this is why. Noise was not celebration. Noise was survival. And it was only one rule in a much larger system, because sound protects the night, but what protects the days that follow? Chinese New Year isn't just one night. It's a ritual period, from New Year's Eve to the Lantern Festival. The first 15 days of the new year are full of rules. All of them are about one thing: not ruining your chances of making it through the year alive. Rule 1. Don't sweep on New Year's Day. All that cleaning before New Year, that's not just about tidiness. It's about removing the stale, the unlucky, the leftovers of a bad year. But once the clock turns, you stop. If you sweep on New Year's Day, you're not just cleaning, you're sweeping out the good fortune you just fought to attract. Rule 2. Do not cry. If a child cries on New Year's Day, older relatives may do almost anything to stop it, because crying on the first day is an omen. If the year begins with grief, it will be full of it. So you swallow the argument, the frustration. You pretend everything is fine, even when you're furious. Rule 3. Do not start the year in debt. Traditionally, people would rush to settle their accounts before New Year's Eve. Money borrowed is money that needs to be paid back. If you carry unpaid debts into the new year, you're inviting more. You're setting the pattern. This is the year we owe. So even today, you might hear people say, pay it back before the year ends. There are more rules. Don't break bowls or you'll break your luck. Don't wear white or black. Those are the colors of mourning. You might not believe in Nian. You might not believe in gods. But if you're Chinese or grew up around Chinese families, you probably know at least one of these rules, and some part of you may still feel uneasy when you break it. The New Year period ends on the 15th day, the Lantern Festival. By then, the patterns have been set. The doors are still red. The door gods still stare out into the road. Families light lanterns and carry them through streets and fields, turning the darkness into a river of slow flickering fire. In some regions, people write riddles on the lanterns. In others, they float them on water. But if you step back, what you're seeing is the final patrol. Light in every direction, voices in every alley, heat and color and movement, pushing against the cold, empty dark one last time. After this, the lanterns are taken down. The noise stops. The year rolls forward, and the thing in the mountains, or in the stories your grandparents only told when they thought you were asleep, Nian, turns over, sinks back into whatever place it came from, and waits. Not forever, just for 11 months. Most people don't believe in the year beast anymore. They post pictures of red envelopes. They watch fireworks on their phones. They repeat the rules without remembering why they exist. Every tradition you still follow on Chinese New Year is not just for luck. It's a shield, designed by people who were very sure something was hunting them. Maybe they were wrong. Maybe there was never a monster. Maybe Nian was just a story told to keep children from wandering out on the coldest night of the year. Or maybe every year you hang the red lanterns, every year you light the firecrackers, every year you force yourself not to cry on that first morning, you're adding one more year to a very old bargain. Chinese New Year was never about luck. It was about survival. And as long as you keep the rules, you'll never have to find out what happens when the bargain breaks.